Eva Trades.
Hey, yo, what up? Welcome back to Eva Trades. This is Josh. It's Monday. No, it's Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday. We're going to go take a look at the stock market and do a little bit of live trading. So let's go. I tried to come on all cool and stuff, but truth is I'm still feeling under the weather. I took yesterday off because I just couldn't get myself to sit here long enough. So I apologize if my vocal isn't quite up to par today. I will try my best to speak clearly as I still fight this nasty COVID. Okay, so this morning we have about, let me see, 15 minutes, 14 minutes, almost 13 minutes here till the bell rings. So, and I've been watching a couple of stocks this morning. We don't have a lot to look at on the scanners, but this is what I have. BJDX is right now up about 70%, and it's kind of the one I think to be watching this morning. I'm a little concerned about it, the fact that it's made a pretty good move, and maybe it might be time for consolidation as we're coming into the bell. So the volume is not so bad, and the float's pretty low, and I don't see any news on it, but it has made some nice moves. Like I said, I've been watching it. It's a little on the choppy side, a little tricky to trade. I was watching it as it consolidated down in this area, and we had a lot of upper wicks here. So something to be aware of, some false breakouts, but inevitably it did end up making a nice move. The 5-minute was pretty clean. We had a 2-bar pull. Whoa. We had a 2-bar pullback here on that 5-minute, and then that breakout. So now we're consolidating again. So I have that as my number one pick. And then I have EXAI. It was moving earlier on this morning when I first logged in, but it hasn't recovered from its pullback. Nice move, pulled back, another nice move, but couldn't hold up, and now pulling back again. So I'm not sure on the larger time frame if that one looks good enough to trade, but it's the only other one I think that looks like there could be something there. RLMD is the other one. I haven't even looked at this one. Therapeutics. Relmada Therapeutics announces I can't even say that, and I'm not going to try. So it's got some news. RLMD. It's light on the volume. I don't mind the setup so much. So I'll put that one over here too on my main screen, RLMD. And so I'll just watch these three as we go into the open and see if we get anything worth trading. I'm hopeful that we'll see some kind of a good setup in the first 15-20 minutes, and then I'm going to get out of here probably pretty early. So larger time frame this morning, hourly time frame, not a lot to look at here, just straight up. I could go back and see what we have, way back here, but that's a long ways down. Let's see on this one. This is what I was saying. I'm not sure on this larger time frame if I like this one so much. It's got that hourly candle with that long upper wick. We have a support down here at 581. Resistance is at 689. And looking like maybe we're going to break down below this support and see that hourly continuation. So hourly consolidation there. So it's a guessing game on that one where we might find support. I know we had a level here and we found support, but now we're breaking that. And this one, it's a wait and see for me. I'm going to go to the smaller time frames now. mark out some levels here. This is the one I'm most interested in, is BJDX. BJDX. We have that resistance up at 567. Okay, 1 minute time frame. This was a pretty good breakout spot, 493. We have $5 psychological there, and the volume weighted average price. So if we pull back into this area at the open, I would definitely probably buy it. I'll come back to that in a bit. Less than 10 minutes to go. And this one I'm just not sure, so I'll put a level here. And there we go. So if we open up and pull it back into this area, it's possible I might try to trade that. Looking for that 1 hour higher low above 581. Big red volume candles. Okay, and then this one, I want to see us get up over the top of 349. Lower range candles on this one, to be expected with a lower float. We are above the volume weighted average price. So two of these stocks we're above the volume weighted average price, and this one we're below because we're consolidating on a larger time frame. All right, so that's the breakdown, and then I'll put my candle ranges in here. 35 cents. Very, very slow morning this morning. 10 cents on this one. And looks like 15 on this other one, roughly. So I am all set and ready to take a trade when the bell rings. The market overall, I've been looking at the possibility. I've been talking about it for the last week and a half or so. The last couple weeks, I've been talking about the possibility of a weekly equilibrium, and we're seeing more and more signs that that might be what's taking shape with that high of the move, the low. We were wondering if this was going to be where we topped out and we pull back, and sure enough, we lost our daily uptrend and broke this level here. And so now we're looking for a higher low on this weekly. Bulls would love to see a higher low and then a breakout, and that would be our equilibrium on the weekly. The bears would love to see us just continue down for a lower high and lower low on the weekly, and if that happens, that will mean further consolidation on our monthly time frame, which would not surprise me. I mean, we do have we could consolidate on the monthly and pull back and, you know, still maintain a monthly uptrend going into the end of the year. Of course, the bulls would like to see us break this inside bar bullish and continue up towards the all-time highs. It'd be great to finish the year up at the all-time highs, but we'll see what happens there. I'm kind of waiting for the momentum to come back into the market. It does seem like it's been a little slow the last couple of weeks, like today with barely anything on the scanner. And now we have 5 minutes to go and still only watching one ticker, or 3 tickers, but one that I'm only truly interested in here. So due to the fact that I'm still under the weather, I'm still not quite healed up, I'm probably just going to be standing by, maybe on the sidelines. Of course, knowing me, I'll probably find something to trade. I usually can't resist, but We'll see what happens. I guess if I see BJDX maybe pull back into this support area, I might punch the buy button. Looking for a higher low on this 5-minute. We pulled back enough here that we could see an equilibrium. I see a 1-minute trend change starting to try to take place here. I think RLMD, I don't want to trade it unless we get over 350. And even then, I'm not sure. And then on EXAI, again, looking for that hourly higher low. So I'll be watching for us to hold 581. If we do pull back into this support zone, I could possibly buy that. So I have 2 support zones I'm watching on these 2 tickers. And then this one, I want to see the break over 350. So I think that's my game plan going in here. One more look at the scanners. As you can see, it's still pretty slow. Nothing new there since the last time we looked. All right, so we've got about 2 more minutes to the bell. I see EXAI continuing to drop, coming down towards $6. I'll look at my candle ranges one more time and make sure I'm okay. The daily time frame, I haven't really looked. So on BJDX, it's been a daily sell-off, but it looks like we've come all the way up to this area. Couple of daily levels there. Okay, this one here, we came all the way up to that 200 moving average. At $7, and we rejected right there. All right, so here we go. Looking for that 1-minute trend change. Maybe first thing here. I'll put my lines up here as we have less than a minute to go. I might try to buy this right out the gate and see if we get the break through 531, 536, and up to 567. We could see the breakout and then a failure and a drop down to the volume weighted average price. Well, my stop loss is pretty wide. So 10 seconds to go. So I'll be watching BJDX right here first thing. For a gap and go scenario. I'm in it one time there. And then if we drop further, I'm going to jump in it again. In EXAI over there as we drop down to that support. Pretty good drop. And coming down now on BJDX. Back up again. Oh. And EXAI, I'm getting back out of that for a $20 loss. Watching BJDX here. We did come down to the volume weighted average price. I didn't get into it there. Kind of bouncing around here. So the volume is there. I'll buy that little pullback. Let's see if we get the move. I'm going to sell half of it there. It's a little too quick to sell. It's okay. I'm going to put my stop loss back in at the low of day. Here we go. I'm going to sell it right there. So that was a quick 160. And so now I'm not sure I want to jump back in it just yet. It was a pretty big burst. So we got that 5-minute higher low and higher high. Right now I'm up 143, and being that I'm feeling under the weather, I'm not excited to trade too much more. I like to take the profit where I can get it when I'm not feeling well and just step back and let's just watch. See what else happens. I'll get rid of some lines here. This one here, BJDX, and I was watching this pre-market. It jumps around a lot. It gets a lot of explosions, but it doesn't hold up very well because as you'll see back here, there's a lot of wicks on this one, so it will explode upwards but then pull back. And so you have to be quick to take your profit on it. And you have to be careful. There are a lot of fake outs. Look at RLMD here, but it's light on the volume. I could take a shot at it right there. See if we get the break through the high. I don't like how light it is on the volume, but let's see if we get it. There it is, and I sold it there for $7. Now the volume is coming into it. I like the 5-minute setup. I want to see the breakthrough 350. So be careful on BJDX. It is tricky. NKLA is hitting the scanner, but it's a cheaper stock, not one that I usually trade. It's got a low, no, it's got a really high float, 700 million in the float. Watch this here. I would be tempted to get in here, but I know how this one likes to fake out. Let's see if we break through 583 and then drop back down. Neo is hitting the scanner. We probably have the stock market probably moving up right now, I would imagine. Yeah, it's a gap up open this morning. We're actually pulling back a little bit now on the 15-minute, but it was a gap up open, as you can see here on the daily. Here we go. Let's see. So we did pull back here for a little bit to the EMA. That would have been a nice entry. Failure there on RLMD. So we rejected from 350. We got above it by 1 penny, and there we go on BJDX. You see how it broke out and then dropped? Very, very tricky. I almost made money on this one, but it kept going here. Now here we go. I like this little setup here, EXAI. Let's see what happens here. It's not moving as quick as I like. I'm going to go ahead and just sell it there. And got almost back to green on that one. So I'm sitting up 168. I'm not quite at my daily goal. Nice pullback to the volume weighted average price here on BJDX. Yeah, if you're going to get into BJDX, I think the best thing is to buy the pullbacks and not the breakouts. The reason I liked this one is because it's that same setup I was talking about the other day when my live stream got cut off. This one's a little weird, but it comes down, it makes a move up, it pulls back for a little bit, and then you start to see that breakout. But sometimes these can be bear flags or bear pennants as well, so you have to be careful of a false breakout. Especially it's trading below the volume weighted average price. It's always a little risky there. So RLMD, no longer interested in that one. Wasn't really too interested in the first place. Okay. So we have a new high of day on BJDX up at 595. We'll see what that looks like on the daily here, all the way up here. So there's your big gap up on that daily candle. And we're coming up against these moving averages. We have a daily resistance at $6.58. And the EXAI holding up here so far. Let's see if the market itself pulls back to that gap. See if it pulls back and does a gap fill here, and then if we take off first thing, because we're looking for the bounce on the daily. 4-hour time frame. We need an hourly trend change. Right now we have an hourly downtrend. A break through 444.97 would be a nice bullish signal. But I'd like to see consolidation first before that happens. 15-minute. Okay. NKLA over here, but it's cheaper. I'm pretty much done trading. I do like the larger time frame on this hourly breakout. Nice little equilibrium bull break. Getting over this resistance. Our next resistance is 167. And there we go. So there's your bear flag. Excuse me. That was your basically bear pennant almost on this one. And the breakdown. And here we go on BJDX. Let's see if we can make something happen on that one. But I'm about to get out of here because, like I said, I am still trying to get over COVID, and it's been a little bit difficult for me to sit here for too long. So I wish you the best of luck today. I'm going to end the live stream now early. I'm up $168, really close to my daily goal. I guess one thing I could do here, I like to do this live so that you can see my progress if you're interested at all. But that's weird, September 20th, and I'm up 100. What is going on here? September 20th, I'm up $168. And that is my high of day, and I was never red on the day. So that's 2 days in a row that I was never red. And then I'll go back up and look at my chart and see where I'm at. So I have 2 green candles. And if I do this again tomorrow, I will be at my all-time highs in the account on my way up to $42,000. So not bad. Okay, well, not a lot of momentum in the market today, but we did have a couple of opportunities first thing. I hope that your trading goes well today, and thank you for watching. See you back here. I hope first thing tomorrow morning, if I'm feeling up to it. I'll just see you when I see you. Take care. Bye-bye.